Hello. Once again, I come before you as a representative of the Illuminati. You may call me the man. I'm sorry this week's update's been a little late. Of course, we've had a lot of people, once again, going through the whole immigration system between dimensions, of course, you know, after the baby was born. A lot of the reptilian relatives, the hybrid reptilian relatives, went home, and that kind of bunched things up down there at the Bermuda Triangle. It took a while to process them all. You know, some people have asked, well, if they can come through the Bermuda Triangle, where else can they come through? And it turns out, of course, the pyramids down in Egypt, there's kind of a thinner area there, of course, and that makes sense. But yeah, Egypt's not a good place to visit right now. So, and of course, there's a place over in Syria, which is, yeah, I'm going to have to investigate that, actually. Note to self, find out whether or not thin places between dimensions have an effect on political systems. Because there seems to be a lot of unrest where those places are. Of course, Bermuda, nice and calm, very hot. Anyway, so yeah, things have been busy, and but we've processed most of them through. We had this thing where Ska was trying to bring back rats, and he's the high priest of, you know, just never mind, and that would have been a big mistake, and I think frogs in Australia, you know, how bad that turned out. This would be something similar to that. That would be a bad thing. But anyway, he likes to eat rats. Anyway, so that's neither here nor there. This week's topic comes from a very persistent viewer who wants to know what's the deal with the Denver airport. Now, the Denver airport falls under a category of things that we get blamed for, or somehow has something to do with us, or something like that. And honestly, we don't have anything to do with it. A group of businessmen there in Denver decided that the airport was out of date, and it was, and that the runways are too small, and they were, to handle international traffic all that well. So they decided to build a new one, and they did. And the rumor is, of course, our conspiracy part of it, the Illuminati, is that somehow it's designed as a swastika, and it isn't. The runways are set up for the prevailing winds that come through that place, and you know, I guess you could draw a swastika on it, but you could probably do that with just about anything that has straight lines, you know. And also, somehow, we're supposed to have put underground tunnels in there in order to, I don't know, survive in a coming apocalypse. You know, it's the same stuff over and over again. Surviving underground, blah, 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 blah. There are underground tunnels, of course, because that's where the rail system goes through, from terminal to terminal. You know, you get on. Yeah, and then, of course, the murals inside the place. Now, the murals are very interesting. Of course, they're supposed to demonstrate man's, I don't know, evolution from a warlike nature, a nature where it uses up the earth, into a nature where it works in peace and harmony with itself and with nature itself. And so, yeah, these things are all through the airport, and they are kind of freaky. I have to say, those things are pretty weird. I don't know why. Yeah, but artists, hey, what are you going to do? Yeah, so that's what they were trying to do. It has nothing to do with future plans from the Illuminati. We're not trying to bring back the Nazis. We hate the Nazis. The Nazis are not good. You can't get much more evil than Nazis. And I hope we can't get much more evil than Nazis. I really, really, really hope we don't ever walk down that path. You know, make a mockery of what human beings can do, like the Nazis did. Yeah, that's something that we're always mindful of here in the Illuminati, trying to prevent something like that from happening ever again. So no, we're not trying to bring back Nazis. You know, there's a guy named William Tapley. Now, if you don't believe me about these pictures or whatever, you can go listen to him, because he sounds like he's probably more down your area. His name is William Tapley. He's the third eagle of the apocalypse, which is a very impressive title. Self-given, of course, but yeah, very, you know, if you're not going to believe the man, you might as well believe the third eagle of the apocalypse. He's got a whole series of videos on that Denver airport thing, and he'll show you where all the penises are, whether or not they're actually there. But he was an art major or something, I don't know. Anyway, so now he's a prophet, and he's going to explain all that to you. We in the Illuminati have nothing to do with it, okay? There is a capstone that has a Masonic symbol. Once again, we are not the Masons. The Masons work with us sometimes. They are a different group, and there are lots of capstones all over the place with Masonic symbols because those guys are like in everything. I mean, if you have a business center and these guys want to make deals and stuff, well, they join groups. They join the Masonic group. They join any other civic group out there, Shriners or whatever. Well, actually, kind of Masonic group anyway. So, but yeah, I mean, they just get together, they hang out, they make deals. That's what they do. It's what you do on weekends. You hang out with your buddies, and that's what they do too. They help each other out and so on and so forth. But yeah, there's Masons all over the place. That's not us. They wanted to sign the capstone. Fine, sign the capstone. Anyway, it's just there's really nothing there. You know, it's one of those things where it comes down to a fundamental misunderstanding about how we in the Illuminati work. Once again, if you can tell that the Illuminati is behind something, we're not doing it. I mean, that's not us. That's somebody trying to be the Illuminati. The pretenders to the throne, so to speak. Oh, I like that. Pretenders to the throne. That's I don't know, that kind of invokes a bathroom. Anyway, so yeah, that's not us. We are subtle. We work behind the scenes. The only reason that I come here is to explain to you what is actually going on, you know, because otherwise you wouldn't know. We're just that good, except for that whole blackbirds in Arkansas thing happened a couple of years ago that I've already apologized for. I mean, honestly, I've apologized and I'm tired of it. It's a bunch of birds. Anyway, yeah. That's all, you know. If it looks like the Illuminati, if it has symbols or whatever, blah, 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 it's not us. It's some other group pretending to be us, or some artists thinking ahead, or something like that, using general symbols that correspond to humanity. You know, we all symbolize certain things in our minds, and so that's just the way it is, and artists tap into that. That's just the way it goes. I mean, we have nothing to do with it at all. I have flown in and out of the Denver airport, and I can tell you it's very, very high. That's it, and so that's just... They just won't leave me alone, you know? They're always calling. Can you come fix this? Can you come fix that? Hey, we're thinking about invading Syria. Do you think it's a good idea? I better go get it. I was expecting a call from President Obama anyway. So anyway, that's our topic for this week. We hope it answered your question. And if you have any other questions, just leave them in the comment section below. And, you know, one thing you could do for us, you know, if you're flying in and out of Denver or anywhere else, is not let stress get to you, okay? It's summertime here in the United States. It's hot. A lot of people are hot for other reasons. And all that stress is not good. It makes people act, well, more animalistic than human. And so we in the Illuminati, we'd like to help you out there. So if you would take our advice, if you could just walk outside your house, you know, get out in nature there, listen to the birds singing, that kind of thing, and look up there in the sky, see all those chemtrails blazing up there. You know, if I were you, I would just, at that point, relax and breathe deeply.